When it comes to George Clooney, most of us know him as one of Hollywood's most beloved actors, philanthropists, and, of course, the charming husband to the stunning Amal Clooney. But now, George is making headlines for something entirely unexpected, something about his kids that has completely stunned fans and even his closest friends. Clooney, who shares twins Alexander and Ella with Amal, recently made a revelation about his children's DNA that has had fans scratching their heads. In an exclusive interview, George opened up about a surprising genetic fact that was completely unexpected for him and Amal, and fans are absolutely floored by it. But what exactly is this revelation? Well, George revealed that, while they had always assumed their kids would have a mix of both their genes, it turns out that Alexander, their son, has a startlingly strong genetic connection to George's side of the family. To make matters even more fascinating, Ella, their daughter, seems to favor Amal's side almost identically. It's like nature's own twist of fate. Both twins turned out to be living reflections of their parents in ways they didn't expect. Now, you might be wondering, how did George and Amal react to this surprise genetic discovery? And why is it so astonishing? While we know that genetics can be unpredictable, the way these twins have inherited certain traits is truly extraordinary. As George explained, he and Amal had expected the usual mix of DNA, traits from both sides of the family blending into one adorable package. However, the fact that Alexander shares so many of George's features and genetic markers while Ella seems like a near-carbon copy of Amal was nothing short of a revelation. This got the internet buzzing. Geneticists chimed in to explain that while it's entirely common for twins to inherit different proportions of their parents' genetic material, it's not every day that we see such a clear and stark contrast. It's almost like having two completely different children with the same birthday, each representing one parent's family tree in such a striking way. Fans have been quick to take to social media, expressing their surprise, fascination, and even some playful jealousy of how perfectly the twins have turned out. Social media posts flooded with comments like, "I can't believe they look so much like their parents," and "I bet George never expected that." But the most heartwarming part of all of this is how George Clooney reacted. In his interview, George couldn't help but laugh at how surprised he and Amal were by the genetic twist. "We thought they'd be a bit of both of us, but turns out nature had other plans," he said with a smile. Clooney also shared how much he loves watching the twins interact and how fascinating it is to see their individual personalities developing, much of which, according to him, is likely tied to their genetic makeup. But it wasn't just their looks that amazed George and Amal. Their intelligence, humor, and interests also appear to follow the same pattern. For example, Alexander, who seems to take after his dad in appearance, has also shown a love for music, something that's very much in George's wheelhouse. Ella, on the other hand, exhibits a deep interest in humanitarian work, very much like her mom, Amal, who is a renowned human rights lawyer. This led George to reflect on how powerful DNA really is, something we often don't fully appreciate until we see it in action. Despite their twins' very different appearances and talents, one thing is undeniable: George and Amal are raising two incredibly special children, and it's clear that their bond with both kids is only growing stronger every day. Of course, the internet has gone wild over George's confession. Fans are loving the idea that these two have such strong, contrasting personalities, making it all the more exciting to watch them grow up. "These kids are going to be legends in their own right," one fan commented on social media, while another wrote, "I'm just excited to see if they take after their parents in everything or surprise us with something totally new." And what about the Clooneys themselves? Well, it looks like they've embraced the unpredictability of parenthood with open arms. Their sense of humor about the whole situation has only made fans love them more. In fact, George said that even though it's funny to see how different the kids are, they're both perfect in their own ways, and he wouldn't change a thing. "Amal and I are just trying to enjoy every moment with them," Clooney shared, "because time goes so fast." As the Clooney twins grow up, one thing is certain: there will be no shortage of interesting family stories. Whether they follow in their parents' footsteps or create their own paths, George and Amal's twins are bound to make a huge impact in the world, and fans are eagerly waiting to see what they do next. In the meantime, we can't wait to see more adorable snapshots and stories about these two as they continue to grow and become the unique individuals they're destined to be. Well, That wraps up today's jaw-dropping DNA revelation about George Clooney's twins. We hope you enjoyed this surprising update. Don't forget to like and hit that subscribe button so you can stay updated on all the latest celebrity news, straight from Hollywood. Leave a comment below with your thoughts on George and Amal's surprising twin DNA story. Do you think it's amazing how different their twins turned out, or do you have other surprises from celebrity kids you'd like to share? Let us know.